Bum, 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum, 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 bum. So please help me get 1 million dislikes on my channel this year. Bum, 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum, 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 bum. I started asking for dislikes about a year ago, and this past year, I accumulated a little under 3 tons of bismuth. My goal was 6 tons, and I chose 6 for a very special reason. I did so well 3 years ago when we were all 6 feet apart from each other, and so 6 has become a really lucky number for me. Bum, 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum, 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 bum. So 6 is really lucky for me because I did so well when we were 6 feet apart from each other. I also estimated that bismuth was going to hit at least $100 an ounce, and so 6 tons was about as much as I wanted if it was going to go where I thought it was going to go. And so I chose 6 tons to be my goal. I still want to pour that big Buddha that weighs about half a ton, uh, similar to the one that Ferdinand Marcos confiscated from the Filipino treasure hunter in the 1970s. I want to pour one of those out of bismuth. I don't know why I want that one so badly. It was just a fascinating story when I was a kid. So please show your support by disliking this video. Early next year, I'll be competing at the New York Open for my AI for the game of backgammon, which I nicknamed Corona Gammon because I started writing it when we were 6 feet apart from one another. So I hope to do well at that too. So please leave dislikes because I did really well at the Computer Olympiad last year when I got a ton of dislikes. I had a video that got about 900 dislikes, and I did really well as a result. I want to continue to speak up for myself. I already made a good solid footing on that this past week, speaking up for myself at work for to take time off to go see a solar eclipse. Uh, I hope to travel again. I haven't traveled these last couple of years, in large part because of COVID, but also ever since COVID, people have gotten very arrogant while flying, and I have anxiety problems. If I get on the plane and somebody makes a scene out of switching seats with me, or because I have food allergies, I got to tell the person next to me to please be mindful while they're eating. Some people it's not a lot of people, but occasionally you run into somebody who gets really arrogant. I think you'll probably run into that a lot more today than you would 5 years ago, just given the environment of flying. And I have enough anxiety as it is. I really despise dealing with that. I mean, I like it in the sense that I get to educate somebody, but in the heat of the moment, it's very difficult, right? Sometimes I have to rehearse these things before I go to the airport. Unfortunately, I rehearse and I rehearse, and I go to the airport, and the person says something that I completely off the walls from what I was trying to rehearse, right? That sometimes happens as well, and it causes all sorts of trouble, which is why I haven't flown ever since COVID. I got to do it eventually. I think what I'll probably do is have it all written down, and so I can give the person a note instead of saying it. That way, I can take the pressure off of the in the moment kind of saying. I can write out a very thoughtful note. That's what I've been thinking about. Uh, uh, and I. The other thing I want to do about speaking up at work is that one of the big frustrations I have with my work is not so much the work itself, but all the things that surround work, right? So, for example, when we were 6 feet away from each other, I was eating really well, I was sleeping really well, because I could do that on my own timetable without it conflicting with work, right? Uh, and I really love what I do for a living. I just don't like how I do it for a living. Let's put it that way. So I'm gonna have to think up about how to speak up for myself there. Um, what else is going on? I want to network more people. I got to find a life partner. My inspiration was watching. Uh, Football was on right now. I was watching uh, Travis Kelsey and his new girlfriend cheering him up in the stage. And I don't think they have a romantic connection, by the way. That's why I say a non-romantic life partner. I need somebody to cheer me on when I'm doing my Bismuth art or going to the Computer Olympia. Not to mention somebody to team up with so that I'm not handling everything by myself. Right? Sometimes I have no time to cook properly for myself, to eat properly, to sleep right. All right, please support all of these goals of mine by disliking this video. This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum, 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum, 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 bum.